button. And you.
So,
Eventually, I gotta switch everything over to Bees the Geek, though. Eventually, that's gotta happen.
I like that.
I like that a lot. So, bees.
Yep.
Okay, we decided to push back the time to do our suits. Or did you want to do suits tomorrow?
Just let me know what time. There may be some things I'm doing, so I just gotta confirm on my calendar. If
So
you.
I think the timeline is about 3.
Okay, that should be
That's
fine.
gonna work.
That should be. Or well, I have a meeting from 3 to 4. That's the only things. Thursdays from 3 to 4. After that, then I can come and join you folks.
Yeah, so we might think about another time that you and Derek come to Charlottesville instead.
Okay, that could
So,
work.
would that be more like easier or better? So, because I know I didn't realize I had told Derek about the plan. He was like,
Right, right.
you know now.
If you want
So,
to, yeah, we could reschedule.
I don't know if that's easier or better or not, but
I can work around whatever timeline you folks give me. I'm very adaptable.
we could do like a. Have to see. That's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and that's the other issue, right? Like,
It's not like when you come to Charlottesville, you get the last traffic.
right.
Like, I know where the Charlottesville
I guess the question is for pickup. For pickup, could I have it sent to another store?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I mean, I didn't, I wouldn't assume like you couldn't. I just wanna. I'd be like, okay, just because it would make life
it's a men's wear house. It's not like an outlet store.
right.
I don't think we have.
All right.
Derek's getting
Armin doesn't stand a chance.
Shadows in this game are weird. I'm gonna have to try to troubleshoot that at some point. You know what? For what it was, like I didn't have the highest expectations, but you know, I thought it was okay. Like I didn't think that they needed to change the story as much as they did. But for a video game movie, I thought it was top notch. When you consider that most video game movies actually are way worse, I was like, no, it wasn't that bad. Or even like the Assassin's Creed movie, right? It was way better than the. Like it's way better than a lot of video game movies, right? It's probably not at the same tier as the first Mortal Kombat because that movie is like amazing. The very first Mortal Kombat with that music, right? But you know, aside from that, like I thought it was fine. I would give it a passing grade. So, okay. The two things that I thought they did well was, they really did kind of capture the look and feel very, very, very well, right? The look and feel was spot on, and you know, felt believable. I guess the characters felt a little bit flat. but they weren't as bad. Like for example, did they have to cast Jake Gyllenhaal to be the prince? Like he's white. Okay, like it's kind of like
That was for the timing of when the movie came out.
yeah, well around like 2008ish or so, something like that.
So when did we actually start caring about that?
Yeah, I know, and well, I mean, I'm just like, I think they could have done better with like for example, the Vizier was really well casted, but like they didn't really give him much characterization. I felt like he got more characterization in the game, and you know, Farah, I feel like they didn't really give any character. I feel like if they just went and they followed the game story a little bit closer, just a little bit closer.
The Game of Thrones, like actually paid attention. Actually, what is it? Avatar: Last Airbender. If they just done the story that's there.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah, so I'm not going to say it's as bad as Avatar. It's actually not nearly as bad as Avatar because I still had fun. I still had fun with it, right? Like at the end of the day, when I watched the movie, I still have fun with it, but it's still a forgettable movie, and that's my biggest nitpick. Versus the game has still stuck with me. The original Sands of Time game stuck with me, and this isn't even the original Sands of Time game. This is like their reboot that they tried to do.
this is the PlayStation 3 version, right?
Yeah, the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 version, and you know,
That's what I played.
and it's not a bad game. It's just a lot of people criticized it for some of the direction that they took the game in. You know, they made it the stuff a little bit more simplified. You know, apparently you don't really have death as a consequence. You know, and then you rewind time. But I'm like, no, that's fine. Like the way I think it's fine the way they handled death in this game, right? Where if you jump off and you make a mistake, you have the princess comes. Yeah, the princess comes and saves you. I'm like, that's fine. Like it was during a time when video games were trying to experiment with how do you get rid of the game over screen, or like make it so that death isn't as bad of a thing and you can just continue trying, you know, trying to reach out to the more casual gamer. And I'm like, okay, I see exactly where they were going. And this game as well, right? This game in particular, you can tell there was a lot of love and care put into it because they essentially saw the artist drawings, right? And they were like, no, that's the art style for the game. We're going to just go with that. And I'm like, yes, beautiful. You know, some really good choices. And then I think part of the other issue is that this game didn't really get a lot of... Well, I mean, I got marketing. It's just... Maybe it just came out too soon, where the fans were kind of wanting something. And then they went and they rebounded and tried to do another sequel to the Sands of Time trilogy. And I'm like, that's the wrong move, guys. No, you don't try to go and create a forced gated game for that universe. Oh, wow, she's bugged. But, like, overall, I really do appreciate a lot of the things that this game did. In the movie, you know, as I said, the movie wasn't completely a horrible mess. Like, I liked the story. It's kind of simplistic. I feel like the characters were not developed well enough. That's the other thing, right? I feel like I didn't feel this love story between Farah and the prince, and that's what's supposed to happen, is that they're supposed to really hate each other. And then they, you know, through their experiences, they grow and love each other. And that's something that I don't think I got with the movie. And also the bad guy was very two-dimensional. And we're talking about Ben Kingsley here. Like, the man has played Gandhi. You don't give the guy who played Gandhi, a two-dimensional character to play with. And he's trying really hard to, like, make this work. But at the end of the day, you know, the movie... It was fun. It was a nice roller coaster ride, but right, exactly. How do I get that? You can't really do much. I guess except maybe improvise lines, but like it was a paycheck for him. And I mean, I don't hate the movie. I as I said,
Today's a brand new day and age where we actually take video games seriously.
yeah, I'm noticing that. Oh yeah, most definitely. I would say the first one to really start it was Castlevania. Castlevania blew all of our socks off. Yeah, it was anime.
So, no, I get what you're saying. Like, I watched it live action.
Right.
That's it.
So maybe they'll start taking video games seriously like they did for superheroes, except don't let Warner Brothers touch anything.
What about The Witcher they took seriously?
Yeah, no, that was Netflix.
Witcher's the first. That's what I'm saying. Is like the I will be the truth of time. See, it was funny and
And, you know, I even liked the Sonic movie. I actually did watch that, and I liked it. Well, like, I'm not even that big of a Sonic fan. I'm not even that big of a Sonic fan, but... Oh, you were a Sonic fan? Oh. The model, the character model, yeah, no, that was crucial for the movie to have any kind of support. I would not have supported it otherwise, but they did that, and you know what? For a kids film, I'm fine with it. Like it's not. I've seen way worse kids films. I'll put it that way. Now we'll see what they do with the Mario movie. I really don't. If they're gonna make a Mario movie, I really don't want them to put it in. Have them do anything to do with like modern day. I'd rather them just do kind of like maybe like if they're gonna do modern day, then either do it Wreck-It Ralph style, you know, where it's like kind of more meta, or just don't have it in the real world. I'm kind of tired of these movies putting these famous characters that we know in the real world because they don't have a budget. So like I know that they're working finally after what, almost 30 years, they're making a new Mario movie, right? Nintendo's given them the rights to make a new Mario movie, so that means and because there was a Super Mario Brothers movie that was made in the 90s that was so god awfully bad. If you've never seen any clips of this movie, you gotta just. Yeah, no, it's so god-awfully bad, and has nothing to do with the Nintendo universe. Oh, Jesus. Has nothing to do with the Nintendo universe, and I'm just like, nope, I mean, it's funny as its own little movie, so bad that it's good type deal, right? You know, when you look at it as an objectively bad movie. But, like, you don't fuck up Mario that much and live without the consequences.
Good job.
you only let, especially Nintendo's game project is what you don't let someone screw you over and then hand over the rights.
I really want them to make a Zelda movie or series.
Thank you. I'm happy to be waiting for this day and age when they're running video game series. That would be my first thought.
It would make a lot of money, and the thing is, you can even treat it like Pokemon, where you can cover different video games, you know, covering different timelines. I mean, the game was built to actually have, you know, the huge timeline and dearth. Like, it's got a lot of lore that's kind of loosely connected to each other. I say loosely because they always come up with a gameplay stick first, and then they add the story. The one time that they didn't really create much new gameplay was between the Super Nintendo version and Ocarina of Time. Like, Ocarina of Time is pretty much a 3D remake of A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. Because it has pretty much everything that the N64 version did. But I played the N64 version first, so therefore it's my favorite. But I'm like, they just need to get Studio Ghibli involved. I don't know if they secretly have Studio Ghibli involved in a secret Zelda project, but that's all they gotta do is just get Studio Ghibli to make a Zelda show, and it would be probably perfect. They can even do
Come on.
something that ties into Breath of the Wild too. Now, like, Cyberpunk is going to be getting its own anime, which is super exciting.
I don't know Cyberpunk so well, but I saw something about that.
Well, the game hasn't been released yet, but the thing is, though, the developers are already saying no, we want to develop an anime because they saw what the live action Witcher series did, and it's like, oh yeah, we boosted our numbers, right, by having a Witcher live action series, and it got a lot more people interested in the Witcher universe, and therefore, people were like, yeah, let's do it. And then now the same companies are like, okay, so we're just gonna make an anime because Cyberpunk is an anime, right? That actually works out really, really well. At least. Ooh. Pressed the wrong button. But I also think that there's a lot of cartoons. Oh, did I press the wrong button again? Yeah. I think that there's a lot of video games that would make great anime. Like, I don't know how you still haven't managed to make a good Halo film yet. I really don't understand. It's not hard. You just...
Elika, get up. Come on.
Yeah.
Getting angry. Come on then.
Oh, yeah. But of course, it probably has more to do with Sony. Well, Sony's dropping the ball because they own a freaking whole studio that can make all this stuff, right? All this, like the Drake games, all their exclusives. They can totally turn those all into movies because they own all the rights, but they don't want to do it. So it's like...
Getting angry.
Come on. Come on. God damn you, piece of shit.
You'll wish you'd stayed trapped now.
Right?
What is up with these shadows? Hold on, I gotta look up this shadow flickering. It's actually starting to get a little bit annoying.
Were there? Oh my god.
Thank you for saying I love you.
I had 4 of them on me.
So did I.
I know, that's insane. Why are there 8 of them?
They just kept multiplying. They're that stupid one.
Oh, I hate that. That makes more sense. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me try that. Hold on. Let me save my game. Let's fucking enable VSync because it's a flickering bug. Okay. Play.
Nice.
Please.
I feel like, yeah, we're not there. Hey,
Alright, that seems to have fixed it. Alright. Gotta enable VSync. What? No? Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. So where do you want me to go game? We'll go here. Alright, we're in the right area. And I know that a lot of people were upset with the WoW movie, and I'm like, okay, I understand you're upset, and yeah, well, it should have all been CGI. They had the CG. They had. The problem is they had a CGI team. I don't know why they didn't just go all CGI. That still makes no sense. That's still little to no sense. And it should have been 3 hours. Well, or like Lord of the Rings. Like if you are able to put 12 hours on screen, then do that. But if you can't put it 12 hours on screen and you can only put 2 hours, I kind of agree with all the lore and everything that they built up. You can't really fit everything in a 2-hour movie. I mean, it was... Yeah. Right. Well, and also orcs belong in their own bubble. Because the way the what they did for the orcs was perfect. I think the orcs were perfect. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, as I said, like, I think part of the other issue is that it wasn't given the budget, it wasn't given the proper marketing. Like, if you saw the marketing material for it, it was god-awful. And so it was probably a rush production as well, because Blizzard's like, get this shit out the door so that we can make some money off of it. Come on, back. Prince. Oh my god. Come on, creature. Come here.
Stay trapped now.
Thank you.
Help!
Jesus.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Conversation doesn't really make sense. My armor doesn't make sense.
Hey, right now.
get up there, I guess. Here. No, Prince of Persia would probably do really, really well if they had a show for it. Just because the original trilogy of games, really, really well done, and there's certain things that they could really... now that the whole trilogy is complete, there's certain things that they can actually start doing and foreshadowing way, way earlier, such as the Dark Prince. So, I still don't understand why it's so hard to do a Halo movie. I really don't understand why they haven't been able to do, or well, not even a Halo movie, but just a Halo show. I don't understand why that's always in development hell. It's not that hard to do. You don't need to. Oh, no, well, obviously there's going to be licensing issues, but I'm like, apparently so many people have tried to take a crack at Halo story. I'm like, you don't need to be super complicated with the story, you know. You literally just put John Wick in power armor. And that's all you gotta do.
This place and my goals.
Because it pretty much is John Wick in power armor coming in. And so maybe you don't even have the... I mean, I know that they've tried to make the Chief not, like, be a major character, or, like, making him a Deus Ex Machina, but, like, you know, you could give him some humanity, too. Like, he's not immortal. He does, like, go unconscious. It's just... yeah, he is very, very powerful. You can make him mortal. Like, you can give him weaknesses.
Ready to go?
I don't know. I really feel like a Halo show should be able to do well, and I don't know what's taking them so long. And I know it's probably due to, like, creative differences, but probably more so money. Was super successful. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when Avatar 2, 3, and 4 come out. If that. No, they've been in. Yeah, no, they're apparently, I think, done with filming. They've just been working on special effects, and also I'm guessing there's been some. I'm also guessing that since Disney now owns Avatar, they're trying to just find the right time to release it, and I'm wondering what the contracts are between them and James Cameron, because I know James Cameron's probably gonna be like, I want all the money, because that's all he does. He just wants. No. They're not TV shows. They're movies. So Avatar 2, Avatar 3, and Avatar 4. Yeah, the blue guys. Yeah. No. Yeah, the blue guys. The blue guys. Not the Airbender. Not Airbender. No. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's forgettable. Yeah, but like the thing is, though, you have to remember it's. But you also got to remember, this is James Cameron we're talking about. He's made some of the best sequels ever made, such as Aliens and Terminator 2, right? the 19. Oh, okay. Maybe you say it's dated. Maybe you say I think it holds up great. I think it still holds up great, but that's just my opinion.
So I'm saying you're going on it. You're saying you dated great sequels.
Oh, I know he may not be able to do it because like even George Lucas kind of fumbled and.
I'm saying my problem.
Well, but he hasn't released a movie since Avatar in 2010, and
But I'm saying, you're saying everything I hear.
I know
Is he dated?
maybe he is maybe we'll see. We will see. Like I'm not super excited about Avatar 2 or about Pocahontas in Space 2. Is what I should call it. But like I'm interested enough. I'm interested enough to kind of see what he does with it. Is what I guess I'm saying is I'm interested enough to give it a gander because you know the first one, maybe he might. Oh yeah no I know. Right. No, I get it. It's Fern Gully meets Pocahontas meets Warhammer. Right.
I mean, like, it was
Yeah, I know.
This way. Armin doesn't stand a chance.
I liked Incredibles 2, but I agree. I think that the sequel took way too long to make and therefore kind of lost a little bit of its thunder.
Hold on.
Right.
Let's fly.
Yep. Well, who doesn't like The Incredibles? Everybody loves The Incredibles.
Oh, you're heavier than you look.
But also, it's CGI. It's also so much easier to do a sequel when it's all CGI, versus you know, I'll be honest. So, like for example, the Hobbit trilogy. Like, I'm glad we got the extra film stuff, but I don't think that. I think they should have still condensed it down to like a 2-hour cut for you know, two parts, like to like be a 4-hour cut for movie theaters, and then release all the extra
I've got you.
gobbledygook in the bonus features and whatnot, like or like as extended scenes in the DVDs. Like I think that's just the way to do it, you know, because run times are an issue, and also the movie felt a little bit convoluted. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I get that. And so like, I also think that movie theaters are probably gonna die. You know, they've been on a downward trend, and especially with COVID and everything else, I don't think they're gonna survive. And then eventually, after COVID, specialty movie theaters will come about, Like I don't see Alamo will survive because they'll become a restaurant. Right. Oh yeah. Cater to the hardcore movie crowd, which
This way.
or even Twilight, even Twilight. What they really need to do. So one thing that I'm actually wondering if I should not consider trying to do is rent out a parking lot and try to make a drive-in movie theater. I don't know. I feel like the technology is very feasible now, and it would work well for COVID, right? If you made a drive-in. But like with the advent of COVID, though, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable seeing a movie through my car, right, than I would be sitting in a public movie theater. So I'm thinking the idea of. Oh, you don't have a car with a good sound system?
Another of Aramin's soldiers.
I mean, if there were. Right. Right.
I'm ready. Getting aimed.
At least for the next 5-10 years. Like I do see them being gone, and like then you're gonna have Disney Plus, which is fine. I'm cool with Disney Plus. I really want them to release the Widow movie on Disney Plus, but they're not because they still think that theater. The Black Widow movie from Marvel. She got her own movie, and it was supposed to be released, and they never released it, and we never got to see Mulan either. And they because they still think that movie theaters are gonna survive, and I'm like, no, they're not gonna survive. No, right after 9/11, Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, they did remove the two towers scene, which I'm like, yeah. Except the one movie that you guys should watch, it's Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. That movie's surprisingly accurate. Well, okay, so like the police have become, you know, very much defunded. They don't even have guns, and they don't know how to deal with violent criminals because violent criminals are a thing fast. They don't have toilet paper. They have the seashells, and you know, like there's just a lot of little nuances. Right. There's just there's some cuteness about that movie that really does strike home. In terms of accuracy, in terms of the times, it's like, yeah, all of these franchises died, and then all the franchises died because they couldn't like continue making money, and then the only restaurant that survived was Taco Bell, and then Taco Bell became a very upscale restaurant. I'm like, that makes sense. Where am I going? Okay, you. I'm gonna tag you. We're gonna go back here. I feel like I've been running in circles. Trust me, I love the movies though. Like I actually genuinely enjoy going to movies, especially on opening night for a very hyped up movie. But with that being said, I'm fine with them just making Star Wars a TV show type franchise moving forward. I think that movies are not enough anymore to really whatever happened to the idea of miniseries where you have just a self-contained thing that's like just one season, right? I kind of also really like well, like, I think Game of Thrones would have just been better if they just left it after season 6, just left it alone until the books came out. And then you could have had maybe 2 movies and finished up the series properly, but it is what it is.
Behind those gears up there.
Okay.
There. The gear moved. This is just going to take a little patience.
Turn it.
I'm sure it is. Lady, come on.
I really do.
Okay, I'm ready. Give me a hand here. Push. Turn it.
That's it.
Let's get up there.
It's kind of the shtick that RPGs have been going in so that they can actually do voice acting. Though apparently Fallout read off a whole bunch of names from like a book to actually be able to allow a name that you picked to be used in voice acting. But like that was Fallout 4. Wow, piece of.
We have to get across.
Are you all right? Excuse me?
This one's a bit more complicated. You need to
Move the cranks to move the gears? Yeah, I figured.
just be patient. Patience brings rewards.
So does walking into a harem covered in chocolate.
Hair covered in chocolate. What?
turning.
I know. I don't know. They don't have a life.
Let's turn it. Okay, I'm ready. Push. Turning. Okay, turning. Give me a hand here. Turn it again.
Okay, I'm trying to solve a puzzle and it's being a bit annoying.
Turn it now.
No, there isn't a difficulty in this game. It's just I'm trying to do a puzzle. And I don't remember how.
Okay, I'm ready.
Right. I'm kind of doing a guess and check type deal. And I know that's not the way you're supposed to do it. I don't really care. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Okay, turning. Turn it. Let's turn it. Okay, I'm ready.
Now that I got them all in sync. Beautiful.
There.
Figured it out. It's been about like probably maybe minimum 6 to 8 years since I played this game. Maybe I'll do the entire original trilogy, but here's the thing about the original trilogy is that I haven't been able to figure out how to fix it so that the game works well on controller for the third one, because it's really, really weird, and nobody's come up with a controller fix yet. Yeah, the first two are fine. The first two work great with a regular standard Xbox 360 controller, but the third one doesn't, even though it says it was Microsoft, it had all this Microsoft stuff on it, and I'm like, yeah, it just means that they messed up the port. So I'll have to figure out a good way. Maybe using the PS3 emulator is what I might end up doing for that one. Because there's like apparently an HD remaster trilogy, so I'll have to. Yeah, I'll cross the third one when I get to it. Okay. Okay. Is there anybody on?
It's just been so many other elites.
Is there anybody? Alright. Oh, that doesn't look promising. Oh, okay.
Fine. Something I can hit.
Ow. Ooh. Come on, buddies. Come on. don't know what that was.
You fall down.
Too far away.
Alright. Come on.
Too far away.
Oh, shoot. Ow.
Be wary.
You won't trap me.
Or lost.
Great.
Uh-oh. Back.
I've got your back. There's still time.
Stay back.
Come on. We got this.
The fight. Please.
Fuck. That is such bullshit. Eat. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. So almost time to finally kill the boss, for real. You're logging out. Oh. Yeah. That's a scary... Well, it's not scary, but... I mean, it's exciting, but also kind of scary. Well, see, my only thing is... I had a dream, and I'm like... The dream is where I had to set Casey and Kyle and keep them in order and have a conversation with them.
So?
Look around you. We could die in the next 5 minutes. Then where would waiting have gotten? I'd rather die trying than waiting.
Maybe you're right. If you want something, if you really want something, you shouldn't wait.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
So, what are we waiting for? The Black Gate is opened.
Is that a good thing?
We can enter the corrupted sanctuary.
And once we heal the fertile ground
There is no fertile ground. The essence of that place will rest inside the corrupted.
and they're just gonna let us take it.
See, I just feel like... I'm gonna just have to
Much more
keep
to this, and I'm
Kyle
gonna have
and
to
Casey
stop and
separated
sharpen
on
this sword.
2 sides of the reception room. Right, you say that, but like there's alcohol involved, and you guys are planning on having an open bar, and that's what worries me. Well, they have to act like adults. Well, also make sure that they have separate rooms. Oh no. You say that. I know, I get it. No, the thing is, I'm gonna just have I may have a small conversation with them before the wedding. Fine. Okay. All right.
They know, trust me. My dad knows about it. It has been much better received from my dad than from you.
Yeah. No, no, no. I understand that.
They're gonna, I feel like they're gonna support that. My mom and dad worked in, they just need someone, like, yeah.
They, the less, not really. They need, give me another drink. I'm fine. We got to pay for about.
Yeah. Well, I'll be like, hey, I got something in my room, and I'll blow them away with like better alcohol, even though I don't even think that's possible. But
Oh, so I also don't know if you've heard our contingency plan.
no, I don't think I have yet.
If COVID really is worse, places end up shutting down.
Okay,
Like at my parents' house and buried on their back.
that works.
So like, reservation time and reception is up in the air, but no matter what, we're still planning to have like a wedding, and then what we would do is just push the reception
Are you
back.
going to be okay?
200 generations of Ura gave their lives to stop Ahriman returning. I have their strength as well as mine.
Yeah? Any chance I can borrow some?
Well, I'm really.
I don't suppose you brought any of those Uro with you. It's just us then.
You see, this is like. I'm just giving you scraps. That's fair. I love it. What's that whenever I
Let's call fast.
Go outside and smoke. Go pet a cat.
Trust in Ormaz.
No, and it looked really weird. Oh, is it?
ridiculous. We managed the entire thing in less than
Okay.
You still have a chance. You can still leave.
One of these days, I'm gonna do a Amazon watch party with something like maybe Farscape. Farscape is literally the Muppets' take on, and I can make it good. It's literally the Muppets' take on science fiction, and I kind of love it. I really love it. And I know it has kind of a slow first season, but it gets a lot better. It gets really, really good. Farscape is made by the Henson company, the same company who does the Muppets. Well, no, because Farscape is on Amazon Prime, and it's made by the. I love Muppets. So, like, Farscape is a show from the 90s, and it's a really well-done show. It has very excellent production quality, and it's literally Jim Henson if they did a science fiction show. And it's really well done. So, I might start doing a watch party for Farscape, because I feel like it's kind of an underappreciated show in today's day and age, and I think that there's a lot of... Yeah, hold on. I'm in the middle of a fight, so give me 1 second. Hold on. Go for it.
You'll pay for that.
Didn't react fast enough. Oh, that's a cheap shot. Right? And then... Oh gosh, darn it. Oh, I hate you, game. Gosh darn it.
Let's go again.
Wow, come on, game.
like you've run out of places to hide.
Wow, come on, buddy. Oh my gosh, I was wiping my way. My eyes are very watery. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just stop. I pressed the green button. Come on, game. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Careful.
Oh my god, come on with this stupid black stuff. Boss battles are kind of annoying in this game. I like them a lot in the beginning, but it's just like they're just becoming quick time events, and that's something I'm not a big fan of. Oh my gosh, nothing but quick time events. I hate the quick time events. I really, really do. So I can actually see what people are saying. I really do hate quick time events. I think a boss that requires quick time events is a bad boss. I mean, I love the game, and I think it's a very pretty game. I'm just like, I think they've... I would love to be able to fight. It's just this guy's being a pain in the butt. Defensive. I know it's very annoying when they have. Are you finally dead? Man.
Ottoman will never return. I promise you.
Alright. Killed the boss. Yay. Yay, I conquered a land. Or, well,
We made it.
freed a
We
land.
made it. Hey, don't go deserting me. Elika. You had me worried there.
It was the healing. The hunter's soul.
He's gone now, hasn't he?
Yes.
You sure? Hello in there. You're not gonna start leaping around, yowling, are you? Not that that would be a bad thing, in the right circumstances.
Oh my god.
I can see
It's not a
you're
Zool
all right.
situation.
It was his time. The hunter wanted to hunt. He got what he wanted.
So, now you believe in destiny?
There's no god or stars controlling me, princess. I go where I want. Where should we go next?
Oh, cute. Okay. And by no means is this a perfect game. No. This game has its flaws, just like many games do. But really what this is quick time events, the game. And that's fine. I mean, I guess it's a little bit more in depth than quick time events. Oh my gosh, can I not get up there? Oh, how do I get up there? Okay, there are some things I not know where to go. Well, let's just go start. Well, wow, really? That happened? Okay.
You just can't stop falling on me, can you?
Fine, let's try this.
Here we go!
Hey, I defeated the boss. I'm like a monkey.
I must find more.
Oop.
Let's go! Now!
I need the blue one. That's what I need. Just wait until Donkey Kong Country comes out on the Switch next week. I can't wait, because I'm like, they've been prolonging it for way too long. Now, Aaron, if you were interested, maybe you and I can do a two-player game where we switch off, you know, and exactly. We'll see if Yusuf's into it, but like, I kind of want to do it with both of you. Let's see, I go here.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm here?
So, alright, so you know what I'm using? You need to learn to strafe. Have that strafe out to be able to hit everything.
Oh,
You know, notice how I'm like spinning?
yeah. I had strafe out, but I got I changed a few other things. Did you do the turrets at all? I like the turrets.
Hold on.
It's the Torb strategy when you need to distract someone, and then. Oh,
Come on.
Jesus. So one thing I'm probably going to investigate is speedrunning this game. Prince of Persia, just not like gonna do it, but I just want to. I haven't actually investigated the speedrunning community and seeing if there is a community for it, because I feel like something like this. I know there's always a community for it, but it's like I feel like this game in particular probably is a little bit. Oh Jesus, is a little bit challenging only because of the animations and some other things. Like I can see it being a somewhat challenging speedrun. But not hard, not like difficulty wise, not like difficult in terms of gameplay, but more difficult in terms of time management and routing and whatnot.
You got me?
Okay. Oh Jesus! I hate this fucking level. I've died there so many times. Okay, let's do this again. Let's go up, and over, and up, and over. Blue, blue. Then we go down, bloop, and then bloop, and then up, and then up. Okay, and then go around.
Yeah, let me.
Ready. Getting angry. Stay back, Ellen. Come on, then.
Alright, come on.
And so I also use fans because fans give the fans with the blade.
Arana Maia.
You don't need gear. Well, you need more gear.
Well done.
Osada.
Down, down, down.
Got me?
Alright.
Ready?
As ever.
Ow.
How many more of these things are there?
No, as I said, like, this game is definitely not perfect. I do feel like there's a little bit too many quick time events, where you have to press a button within a certain amount of time in order to counter. But, like, it gets, yeah, and it gets a lot of things right. Like, this is one of the few games where, you know, it's not necessarily an escort quest because the... Oh. Talking to me? I don't even know. I just really like the game a lot because, you know, first off, you know, you have this companion that is pretty much another gameplay aspect. Yeah, yeah, with your son? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I understand that these games are not for everybody, but I do think that if you're gonna make an escort quest or something where like you have to have another person that you're working with, right? Make it a part of gameplay. Don't make it so that like they can just get shot down and die. This is something else that BioShock Infinite did really well. Is you know, you have Elizabeth, who. Yeah. Right. Right. I'm just excited for the sequels because I have you beaten God of War? I won't spoil it if you haven't. Okay. And then maybe you also need to find a way to play with a keyboard and mouse. I think there should be a way. Right. I just really like the way it ended because it sets things up, and I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna give it away, but yeah. Do that. I did too. I did too. So like I played the first two. I skipped the third one, and then I played the fourth one. You know, I don't like the fact that they just called it God of War. I know why they did that for marketing reasons, so that people felt like they didn't need to play the other games, and they don't. But it's nice to be able to have that background of the other games to really kind of get Kratos' backstory. But I never played God of War 3, where he took down Mount Olympus and everything else. Because I played the first two, and I love the first one, right? You know, like, even death cannot stop Kratos from getting his revenge. That to me, you know, like, you literally kill him, and he's in the underworld, and he's like, oh, really? No, I'm gonna climb out of the fucking underworld and kill everyone. It's wonderful. It matches the character, because it's like, he has such vengeance, and then in God of War 4, he doesn't really have vengeance, he's just trying to protect his child. And like the child doesn't even think that he respects him, but he loves the child, but he's just pissed off because of his wife.
Hang on.
Right. No, I think it's a very deep story, and
Let's fly.
yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And you know, same thing with Prince of Persia, as I've said. Like Prince of Persia does have, you know, I'm sure you can get some people. I guess I know romance is hard. I guess romance is hard nowadays because it's like you want to show sex and all that. But I'm like, no, you can do real romance without any sex, and that's actually one of my favorite things about. Oh wow, I'm missing 19. Okay, that's one of my favorite things about Sands of Time is that romantic development that happens, and then the sequel, right? Like it gets very, very dark, but of course it gets dark because the prince is in a very dark place. He's being chased by literally person like a creature that's trying to correct the dimensional rift that he caused with him getting the dagger of time. What? Oh my god, what?
Just keep dying.
That means your equipment isn't up to par. That's the one truth about Diablo is that if you keep on. Oh. And that's kind of my. I mean, Diablo can be fun. Okay, let me see. Where are the rest of the lights? Okay, let's try. There are apparently 19. I mean, technically, I should be able to get all of the light seeds here, but I don't think so. Not yet. I'm in light seed farming. These little beams of light. Oh. Now, the game series that I am probably going to play after I beat this game is The Last of Us. I'm going to play through the first one, and then I'll...
No, my sister's doing that again.
I have not beat...
She did beat it the first time, but she's doing it a second time. She's so excited.
Well, the thing is, I'm not even excited about the sequel. I'm just kind of curious about the sequel. And I have a suspicion that The Last of Us 1 might tear my heart up. Just like, what's that? Life is Strange. Just like Life is Strange. That game tore me up. Even though it was more of an interactive novel, rather than like having real gameplay, it was more of an interactive novel. It was still... That game destroyed my soul. And then the sequel I was playing, and I was enjoying it, but I'm like, it was hitting a little bit too close to home for too many areas. So I'll probably give that another shot. Okay, how many do I have here? Okay. Okay, so let's go here. But seriously though, considering this game came out 12 years ago, it's aged very well. But I'm also not a huge stickler for... I mean, okay, I don't even know how to classify cel shade graphics. Are they high fidelity? I wouldn't necessarily call them high fidelity, but I would call beautiful art direction. But high fidelity is what I would consider like the latest first-person shooters, you know, like realistic to life, right? You know, the very, very realistic to life. But this isn't necessarily realistic to life, but it is a fairy book tale come to life. Alright. Let's... Oh, look at this. I got some more seeds I can collect. Let's see how I can get up there, shall we? Do I get up there? Oh.
Ready to go on?
60. We're gonna go kill some people on the outside. Again, take it down.
How do I get up there?
I don't even want to see the difference with my moves making me so much more efficient. But I'm like, anyway.
Don't do this rotation. This one rotation has been the best for me.
What classes are you guys playing?
Demon Hunter.
Have they even announced classes for Diablo 4? I don't think they've really announced.
They've had some. They're slowly.
Like, I feel like Diablo 4 has gotten really minimal publicity.
It's because it continues to happen.
Are you aiming for me? Go.
Orlando. Duck! Let off fat.
Oh!
Okay, 322. I wonder if Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be co-op. Or at least have a way for dungeon masters to create scenarios, because I would get into that. Like a modern day, kind of like Neverwinter Nights type deal, where I can create my own scenarios online for D&D. And it's using all 5th edition. No. Well, yes, I am out of that, but,
Over we go!
there's a green, disc that allows you to, like, get to certain areas that, like, so, like, there's a yellow disc, a red disc, a green disc, a blue disc. I have the yellow and red disc. I didn't... It's the Donkey Kong 64 scenario. But, you know, it's not as bad, though, because at least you don't have to be a certain specific character to get the bananas. I think that they really should have just made the bananas all the same color, so that you didn't have to backtrack as much. And then kept certain bananas hidden away in certain areas that required special characters, but it is what it is. Messed that one up. get over? Okay, I guess I can't get over there yet.
Ready.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. It's a wonderful life. Oh.
Elika!
No, I
Difficulty or higher being 6.
We're already higher. Yeah. So, where first one's Magda, where's
Active 2. Right bounding active.
no,
still Magda?
Taking us!
there we go. This should be. Okay. There we go. See, what I'm trying to figure out is who would win in a fight. The Prince of Persia with the Sands of Time or God of War?
Better, Elika?
Kratos from God of War.
Hold on!
Oh, but come on, man. Like, literally, Pop can do... Prince of Persia can do... okay, really? You're telling me that he can't... Prince of Persia can't pull a Doctor Strange? He'll pull a Doctor Strange! He'll pull a Doctor Strange. I know. Okay. Well. Tell me how God of War can beat Doctor Strange syndrome. Like, literally, Pop can do. Prince of Persia can do. Remember Doctor Strange? Okay, really? You're telling me that.
Yes. I thought it was against Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Prince of Persia is Sands of Time. So like, there's the Sands of Time version where he can control time.
I think it's not just their ability. I think no fucking way anyone's gonna be.
I mean, no. Like, he's gonna piss off the God of War and maybe put him in a place, and then God of War is gonna find a way out and then kill him. I will agree to that. You piss him off. Okay, no. God of War will win the war. Fine. Okay, I'll give you that. God of War will win the war. But I feel like Prince of Persia is gonna really annoy the fuck out of him, like in terms of being a foe that.
You got me?
Oh Jesus, that was so bad. Trying to think. That actually now the better argument is who would actually win. Who would actually win? Prince of Persia versus Link. From Legend of Zelda, Link from Legend of Zelda, the main character. Who would win? No. Or Prince of Persia. I'm gonna say, well, I might say Link, because Link's not gonna back down from a fight. Link has a utility belt. Link has a utility belt. That's the big thing. Like, Prince of Persia might be a great fighter.
That was close.
I can see it. Yeah, Lincoln Batman.
I guess I'm just Batman there.
Masira Neshandere.
Okay.
Esme Almas.
I need to start really trying to figure out how to make these battles happen, because there's
There's a whole YouTube section of people doing possible passions.
right.
Where do we go to get to this box? The stupid Japanese freeway. Gotta take a road right back.
One second. Be right back.
Or now, or just. Oh no.
I'm trying to. You left a lot of trash and a lot of leaves in the way that are blocking my abilities.
You're like, screw you.
Where do I go now?
Adame Almas.
Okay, 5 more light seeds. May not be, but what the fuck are the light seeds? Oh, shoot, that. She just jumped to her death. Spit went down the wrong hole. How does that happen? I don't know, it just happens.
Well done.
Okay. Where am I trying to go? There are 2 seeds over there.
Could use a bit of directional help here.
Ten seeds. Let's try that one.
Show us the way, Bucko. That's some light show.
Rohe de rost. Rame shambili. Makira me shambili.
Ooh, I found some more light seeds over there. And then... Really?
Thanks! Let's go!
Up. Up. How the hell do I get over there? Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a break from this game. I'm kind of a little bit stuck. So... Pre-order code.